Good morning. How is everybody today? It seems as if oh, hold on. Seems as if I slept through the party last night, but that's okay. And no, I'm not going to get on here and I'm not going to holler and scream and carry on. I think I've done enough of that in the last couple days. But yeah, I thought that was funny too, that it wasn't about me, but it was all about attacking my character, but it wasn't about me. Oh God, yeah, Pepper. Good morning, Pepper. YouTube street editor. Denise R. Black Velvet. Denise R. already said that. Yancey. Skippy B. Dog Mom. Black Velvet. I said that. Sammy Pepper. Prepper. Um, Summer Reed. Serendipity. Alyssa R. Nika Crafts. Tawanda. Lisa 54. JoJo. So, like I said, I slept through the party. So I decided to go back this morning and listen to it. And first, I want to start out with a sincere apology to Stephanie Brown because I did think it was her that was bringing the soundboard up on that panel that was trashing me. I'm sorry, Stephanie. It was the other stuff. And I'm sincerely sorry about that. I should have figured out which step it was before I said anything. Good morning, Ems. So I really am sincerely sorry about that. Now, Stephanie, I don't know why. Now, this isn't the first time you said it. You said it a couple times now that I'm looking people up. I've never looked anybody up. I did say to Detroit, you don't even live in Detroit. And that's because I heard it on a panel. But I've never looked anybody up. Hey, Remy. Hey, Anna Rose. So I don't know what's going on with that comment. I don't know if somebody's in your ear. Hey, Sonia. I don't know what's going on with it, but I wish you would email me or get in touch with me. You have my email. We've emailed before, and let me know what you're talking about when you have now repeated it more than once that I'm looking people up because it's just not the truth. And you said you felt I was putting a target on BTS's back and all them. Hey, PJ, but in reality, it feels like you're putting a target on my back. I'm not even really reading chat right now because I don't look people up. I've talked to BTS behind the scenes until recently when I blocked her number for months. For months. Hey, Marianne. And I still don't know her name. I don't know anything about her. Did I say something the other day that I shouldn't have said? Did I repeat something I shouldn't have? Yeah, I did. There's a lot of things I said the other day that I shouldn't have said, but I have been pushed and pushed and pushed to the point that I snapped. I snapped. And I really felt bad for what I said about Starlight. But then Starlight made it clear that she wouldn't accept an apology from me. So I didn't see any reason on coming on here and apologizing for somebody who's made it clear she's not going to accept one. So, yeah, I've never had a problem with Stephanie Brown either. But lately she's been saying things that there's absolutely no truth to. And I feel like, hey, TL, that it's putting a target on my back because I'm not looking people up. and Nikki Lee. Like I said, I don't think we've ever had a problem. We've been on panel together. We've laughed at each other. I'm not angry. I'm not aggressive. And do I have things going on in my life? Yeah, I do. But no different than anybody else. No different than anybody else. But thank you, Florida Keys. Um, but Nikki Lee, it felt like you wanted to keep the chat on me and what I said about Marianne. Um, and people in the chat pretended as if um I dipped into Marianne's personal life, but yet she's never dipped into mine. And I understand that Diane and Wendy and Randy and people don't see everything. I get that, especially when people are going live at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I get it. But it was just the other day that Marianne said, "Oh, I bet your son." Okay, that's your opinion over the target. But, "Oh, I bet your son is so proud of you." Now, it's not as if Marianne doesn't know the problems that I'm having with my son because she not only listens to my live streams my live streams. No, I'm not having anybody else look anybody up. I don't care who people are on here. It makes me no difference. But, the things, the grumpy grandpa, it's just old. It's just old. As far as the boomers thing goes, I was explained that it was an attitude. So yeah, Mean Girls, it's an attitude. They just didn't like it when they were tagged. Then all of a sudden, it's no fun. No, I spoke on her ex marriage over the target. Okay, her ex marriage. Just like she spoke on my illness and everything else. But see, nobody gets to hear these lives because they're either late at night or Marianne's excused because she's just sitting on a panel. She's just sitting on a panel. Oh, but Marianne played a clip of when I went on Laura's with John Crimes over and over and over and over, calling me a racist. But let's not forget, Marianne is the one that brought the most racist people there are into this community. And now they've left and went on their own. So to sit there and call me a racist and play this recording over and over and over and over again is inciting hate. Yeah, they're either deleted or they're late at night. Hey D-Rod, how you doing? But as far as Nikki Lee goes, Nikki, I don't have any problem with you. I don't know why you kept it focused on me when you haven't heard half of the shit that's been said about me. But I do wish you peace in the future, and my prayers are still with you. I want to thank Anna Mary for getting up there and trying her best to uh, express how other people feel. Um, because I know that people on that panel care about Anna Mary too, but she did her best. And like I said, I didn't come on here to scream and holler, but I'm told, I hear in this live stream last night that we can't watch every chat. Um, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But Randy, how many times have you seen things said in chat and then called that person out when they came into your live stream? Several. Good morning, Captain Obvious. And why? Because it hurts when you see this stuff written in chats. It's no different than the horrible shit that has been written in Laura's chat about Wendy. It hurts. Now, Wendy says it doesn't bother her, but it obviously bothers Diane and Wendy. And I feel the same way about my friends. Yes, Marianne has gone really low on Lyman. But then again, I don't watch Lyman. But I'm being hung on a cross for saying something about her ex marriage. But she can tell me to go sit in my brother's basement where I belong. Just kind of rubbing it into the fact that, good morning, Debbie Lou. Just kind of rubbing it into the fact that I've lost everything. And she knows this. This is not a secret to Marianne. And this is not a Marianne bashing. Marianne was able to get on that panel and speak her piece while I slept peacefully because I knew I was going to be the number one topic. Now, I'm told I shouldn't bring up old things. That was so long ago. That was so long ago. But yet, a troll account that I made, that I've apologized for a dozen or more times, which was Daddy's Little Hoe. And I've apologized for it, and it was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I know it was low, Angel Eyes. I know it was low. I never said it wasn't low. And I trust me, there's people that know how guilty I felt about saying that. But when Marianne made it clear she wouldn't accept my apology, I didn't feel any reason to come on here and apologize because Marianne's made it clear that she has no desire to stop. She said it many and many and many a times. But what about my health issues? Why is that funny? Is that not going after my personal life? What about my home life, the situation that I'm in, that I have to stay with my brother because I've lost everything. And she's telling me to go sit in the basement. Is is that not going at Hey Life Rewinded? Is that not going after my real life? Well, I fully expected that, Luminous, because those are people that are friends with Marianne. So I fully expect them to have her back. But I'm not going to take on the responsibility of being the divide in this community. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to take Thank you, Ems. The constant poke and poke and poke and poke and poke at me. Well, then you've not heard the hurt in my voice for the things that's been said about me, Angel Eyes. And like I said, I woke up feeling so guilty yesterday that I went into a Discord and I felt so bad for what I said. But Marianne had already made a snarky comment and said, now watch her get up and make some lame apology. Well, why would I apologize if Marianne's going to take it as lame? People are very dismissive of the things that Hello Starlight says. And then when you bring them up, all you hear is, well, I didn't hear it. Good morning, Marcia. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. That's all you get out of them over there. But somehow or another, they hear everything I say. The truth, I honestly do believe they said you and Laura were the same. Well, that hurts. That hurts if they really said that, because me and Laura are totally different people. I didn't bash Nikki Lee during her time of grief. I've never done anything like that. Okay, you can't stand with any racial comments. Okay, I get that, P-Day. Is it P-Day said that? I can't stand with any racial comments. Did you hear the joke Marianne made about Mexicans? Did you hear the joke that Marianne made about Mexicans? You think it was Stephanie Brown that said me and Laura are one and the same? Well, she supports Laura, so okay. I want to know if P-Day heard the joke that Marianne made about Mexicans. And by the way, the things that were said when me and John Crimes were going after it, going at it, I apologized about it. How can I make a point fool me once if I don't say what about? I'm not saying Marianne is racist, but she sure the hell called me one the other day. I'm not saying Marianne is racist at all, but she had no problem calling me one the other day. No problem. And then playing a stream over and over and over and over again that me and John Crimes got into it. And I did say some horrible things. They said horrible things to me. And I got up the next day and I apologized for what I said because I own. No, it doesn't make my comment okay. It doesn't make my comment okay. You're right. It doesn't. Marianne's Mexican joke doesn't make my comment okay. But you also don't know the things that John has said about me. John came out months ago calling me a racist. Months ago. But this isn't about John, because John, no, one bad behavior does not justify another. Totally agree with you, Delta. John's moved on. John's doing his thing. He's doing his true crime, whatever. My child gets talked about all the time. I know I'm not a racist, Republican ass, and that's why I let it go. But, I seem to make many apologies. I'm not deflecting, Tina. If you've been around long enough, you'll know that I got up the next day after I went on that panel. I was also called a drunk driver when I didn't drive that night. How long did that go on? That I was a drunk driver and I put people's life at risk. Yeah, she did, Republican ass. She talked about uh my hernia, which she calls a tumor. Morning, Dova. Oh, I apologize, Angel Eyes. My feet seem to be always held to the fire. Always held to the fire. And that's okay. If I do something wrong, hold my feet to the fire. You know, hold my feet to the fire. But by the same token, I think Marianne's feet needs to be held to the fire too. And I think because they're friends with Marianne, they overlook a lot of the things, a lot of the things that she said and done. I didn't just come out firing at Marianne. I didn't just come into this community and start firing at Marianne. But I'm not supposed to bring up old stuff. But I get that troll account thrown in my face all the time. So yeah, I did talk about her dad. I talked about her dad's money. I sure did because she talks about the lack of mine. Because she talks about the lack of mine. Now, what's the difference in me saying, no, racial slurs are not okay, P Day, at all? Who said that? You could tell Diane and Wendy didn't want to make the stream about you, but people on the panel wouldn't allow it be about anything else but you. Sadly, they tried, though. Well, thank you, Diane and Wendy. Thank you very much. I agree, Angel Eyes. Sword chickens can't fly, did. I didn't even see that person. Why was P Day's message deleted? Oh, well. The truth does a better job of self-reflecting than most anyone in the community. I meant RDA. The people that want peace were ignored in the chat last night. I don't know. I wasn't in the chat. I actually slept. I'd give Anna Mary kudos for going up on that panel. I wish Starlight wouldn't have left in tears and could have, you know, I wish Starlight wouldn't have left in tears and could have continued talking to Marianne. And maybe she did. I don't know. Maybe she did come back up and continue. But there are people in this community that are racist, and I'm being compared to them. No, I don't think so. I made a racist comment to hurt one man, and it was wrong. It was wrong. There's no excuse. I made a comment, a racist comment, to hurt one man, not an entire race. Mr. Cardinal, you're going to have to go back and read their. Are you kidding me, Mr. Cardinal? Have you seen the things said in their Discord and stuff? I'm not going to sit here and argue about RDA because I don't have no problem with them. I've never dealt with them. I don't go visit them. I've seen the things that are said. Can I ask a question? Why watch? You know you don't like them. They don't like you, so why watch? Not Diane's channel, but Hello Starlight and panel. She goes on. I'm not being mean, just curious. Okay, brilliant mistakes. I totally agree. But I'm watched. Obviously, I'm watched. Amber always does a good job on panel. And I thank God that Amber put a stop to the question that was going to put a target on Anna Mary's back. Whether Diane likes it or not, it was going to put a target on Anna Mary's back. And I'm sorry, Diane. Good morning, Samantha B. Now, there's a lot of people that find what Marianne says as funny. When I hear a joke, I only know Cosmic, and I like Cosmic. And I'm okay with them being your friend, Mr. Cardinal, but I've seen what they've said about Mexican people in their Discord. I've seen it. It's been put out on clip channels. Amber Kay is incredible, and she wants peace in this community. But because I missed the party last night, I thought I would come on and speak my piece. Mr. Cardinal, go watch Dee Dee Dugan or whoever. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and argue about RDA. As far as I know, they're not even in this community anymore. But for them to sit up there, and I'm sorry, I'm going to use the word coddle because that's exactly what they do to Marianne. For them to sit up there and listen to Marianne go on and on and on and on, but then pretend like they don't hear the things that Marianne says. I agree, Tawanda. All sides need to be kinder. I don't want to argue with you, Mr. Cardinal. Those are your friends. Go for it. I've seen things they've said about Hispanic people in their art, in their Discord, and I didn't like it. So I don't go near them because she's the one that brought them into the community. Fool me once. I'm not using RDA against Starlight, but we can't ignore some of the things that Starlight said while on their panel. And I don't even want to go there because that's going to bring up somebody that I don't even want to talk about her. She's got nothing to do with this. She does her own thing on her own channel. She does true crime. She does crafting. I'm not even going to go there. I know Cosmic is Mexican. I don't have a problem with Cosmic. But like I said, from what I watched, all I saw was Marianne getting to say anything she wanted to say, and nobody backing her in a corner and saying, well, that's not true, Marianne. I know Anna Mary tried, and I think Amber Kay was about as fair as you can get. I know Cosmic is Hispanic. I know that. But my feelings get hurt too. My feelings get hurt too. And I know that people don't like when I speak up for others, but that's not going to change. I don't care how you feel about somebody. If I see them being attacked in a chat, I'm going to speak up for them. There was some statement about patting Tiffany and Corey on the ass. I don't pat anybody on the ass, but I've seen some pretty nasty things be said about them. And I've seen some pretty nasty things come out of them that I don't approve of. But don't tell me that I'm patting somebody on the ass. Everybody wants to say, can we just let this go? Can we just let this go? Do you really honestly believe that it's going to be let go? And I'm not talking about me and Marianne. Marianne's made it clear 4 times now. 4 times now. The first time on Diane and them's panel. And the fact that they act like they don't remember this when Wendy and them tried to make resolution between me and Marianne said, no, I don't think I can do that. Okay, Angel Eyes. Okay, I appreciate that. I don't even know why the focus is on Me and Marianne. You know, you would think me and Marianne were the only two in this community that have a problem. Hello, Starlight is a wild pony. Okay. Well, when she nips at me, she can expect me to nip right back and nip a little harder. I believe I watched Randy go live one time, and I'm not ditching Randy, but she put it flat out there. And she said, "You come at me, I'm coming harder." German lady, I didn't bring it up. There was a whole panel about it last night on Diane and Wendy's. So if you'd like to go over there and check that out, but I didn't bring it up. I just thought I would respond because I wasn't at the party. Yeah, but that doesn't excuse her behavior, German lady, just because she moved on. Because I get things thrown in my face all the time. I've moved on from Laura, and I still get shit thrown in my face from what things I said and did when I was with Laura. So, you know, we don't want to talk about things getting thrown in people's in faces. And I really am blown away about Nikki Lee. I really am, because I thought me and Nikki Lee were cool, but it was very obvious that uh, Nikki Lee wanted to keep the topic on me and what I said about Marianne's ex. And nobody wanted to focus on the things that Marianne has said in this community. Thank you, German lady. And then when I heard Stephanie Brown say that I'm looking people up, I was like, what? What? Who am I looking up? Please show me where you're getting this stuff. Because, like I said, me and BTS talked behind the scenes for months until I finally blocked her the other day. I agree. Why can't both agree or own their shit? It is a circle jerk. I totally agree with you, souls. Well, like I said, I still pray for Nikki Lee and I pray for peace and that you know, but she's the one that kept the stream focused on me. Hello, Top Cop. Amber is so sweet and neutral, but the chat was ticked off. Amber was up there and they were begging GTG to go up. Who's GTG? I'm not perfect. I've said things on here I'm not proud of, but I feel like I at least come on here and apologize. I understand, Tawanda, they were defending their friends. I get it. No, souls, we're not rehashing once again. I'm having my say. I wasn't able, well, I was able, but I was asleep while the party went on. I do know somebody that knows Detroit, but I also heard on a panel that she doesn't live in Detroit. I could care less where the lady lives. I think she's a very nasty person. That's true, Angel Eyes. I don't hate anyone either, Yancey. But Souls, you're acting like I can't have my say. It got portrayed last night like I'm the only one that goes after Marianne, that I'm the only one that says horrible things. And I'm not. And 4 times now, I've tried to get Marianne off my back. 4 times. You think it doesn't hurt when Marianne's on a panel and somebody says something disgusting in the chat about me, and Marianne says, "Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one." Of course it does. Of course it hurts. You know, I have feelings too, probably more than a lot of people on here, because I've actually lost sleep over some of the things I have said on here. The other people, I think, sleep just fine. Whether you're the one throwing the stone or the one continuing to respond, you're playing a part of the fuckery and the reason why people choose to no longer participate in chats or support creators. I agree, misbehaving. Captain Obvious, I'm on a block and drain. I'm on a block and drain. No, Joshy boy, there is not. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know Dee Dee Dugan, Mr. Cardinal from Adam's House Cat. Your main girl, I don't get to do that though. Every time I come on my channel to talk about the things that have been said and done to me, I get bombarded with other people. Okay, if they go live about this, then they can go live. I don't care. But an entire live almost an entire live last night was dedicated to me. Pixie, I made a comment about tomorrow there will be a live regarding this because people were not able to take up for themselves on that live. Well, Big Bear, I also saw where you unsubbed me, and I wished you well. I saw where you feel like that the only people on here worth watching is Hello Starlight, uh, BTS, Amanda Lynn, Diane and Wendy. So I really don't know why you're here. Well, I know how many times my name was brought up, souls. I know how many times my name was put in the chat. And I did say almost. I didn't say the entire live. I corrected it with almost the entire live. I like Amber K too. I think Amber is very fair. Hey, Angela Critters. So basically, I'm just coming on here and saying what I would have said in Diane's live. True, set up a discussion. Hold on, I missed that. She plays the victim a lot, sweetie pie. I missed it. Hold on, I'm looking. Thank you, Tess. I don't even know how the polls went over at Diane's. Hold on a minute, please. Sorry about that, guys. So, like I said, I didn't come on here to drag anybody. I believe the whole community is in disarray, but I'm definitely not going to uh, take the responsibility of it being. And I know Diane and them didn't say this, so don't put words in my mouth. I know Diane and them did not say this, but no, I didn't watch the polls. Where can I see the results? I was asleep, souls. They were the same, but it made no difference. They did not like those results. I'll have to go back and rewatch it because, yeah, it was constantly shifted back to me, Yancey. Souls, I did. I skimmed through it. I didn't watch the entire thing. I haven't even been out of bed long enough to have watched the entire thing. What I saw was my name in the chat constantly by one person and what was said on panel, where Marianne owned nothing. Just because you don't like Were the polls, were they posted somewhere? All I know is I have really good people, some behind the scenes, some right out in the front that back me, and Marianne has a lot of people that back her. Um, I admit when I'm wrong. Uh, she would have gotten an apology for me from me if she hadn't had already made it clear that she didn't want that apology. Mr. Cardinal, I'm sorry about bringing your friends into it. I apologize. You have them, Pepper? Okay. I'd like to see them. But like I said, from what I could see, because I did not get to watch the entire thing, but I will go back and watch the entire live while I'm cleaning today. I just skipped through some parts. I noticed the chat had my name in it quite a bit. And I noticed that I really didn't see Starlight take accountability for much of nothing. I, Starlight was on panel, and if someone didn't agree with what she said, she jumped off panel and or became very defensive. Exactly. That's the part I saw. And I thought Anna Mary was being very kind to her. But then she jumped off panel crying, which I'm sure made Anna Mary feel like shit because Anna Mary doesn't want to make anybody cry. Sorry, but it was supposed to be sub speak out. It was only creators. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If the subs are willing to really speak out, then I will set up a panel. Thank you, Big Bear. I will set up a panel, but it's going to have to be subs are really going to have to be willing to come up here and speak out. I know she came back up to Wanda. I know she did. But here's the thing, from what I'm understanding is a lot of subs are scared to speak out. No, Galway girl, don't. I'm not going to take your I'm not going to take your wrench. Just time them out. Okay, Pixie. But it's going to take subs really willing to come up here or it's a waste of time. It's going to be a waste of time if subs really are afraid to speak out. I'm not sure, Katie. I don't think Diane's is privated. No. Captain Obvious subs are scared to speak. It leaves. I agree. I agree. I will, Samantha B. But I did want to come up here. I did want to speak my piece. I would have said the exact same thing on Diane and Wendy's. Uh, I would have, you know, defended myself against the things that Starlight has said about me and has Diane's, I don't think Diane's is privated. No, I just watched part of it this morning. Okay, Angel. But if you all want to do that, then yes, I will definitely I will put it together. But you have to be willing to come up here and really speak your truth. Because so many times people have said, sub speak out, but then nobody wants to come up and say anything. Well, a couple of people would answer for her, so I feel it wasn't genuine. Like I said, this isn't a bash, Marianne. Marianne has made it clear that her and I will never get along. And that's okay. I've asked her numerous times to leave my name out of her mouth, and numerous times she hasn't. So, yeah, I said something that I shouldn't have said the other day. But it's not just her personal life that's been gone into, because she tells me all the time about my personal life. You need to go back into your basement, grumpy grandpa, with your tumor. It's a hernia, not a tumor, thank God. I would probably be dead now. Well, when do you all want to do it? Yeah, but there's a lot of people that want to speak out that aren't members, Wild Pony. So I'll tell you what, I can't come in under my real name. I made an alt today, so I'm not attacked. That's sad that you have to do that. Yes, I will make a community post. Um, we'll figure out a time, but I'm speaking to you subs because there's not going to be a whole panel of creators up here. That makes no sense to have nothing but creators up here trying to speak for the subs. It makes absolutely no sense. So it's going to have to be subs that speak what they really feel. And the creators, even if it's me, have to accept it. They don't have to agree with it, but they need to accept it, and they need to know that this is how the subs feel. I will not get on panel to have it degrade into a gang or mudslinging fight. I have more respect. I understand that, Pepper. Yeah, there are some newbie big mouths that are following the herd to fit in. The OGs think it's funny and encourage them instead of shutting them down. Totally agree, Dova. Totally agree. So I'm going to jump down off of here. Like I said, I didn't come on here to attack anybody. I recognize the fact that what I said about Marianne was low. And I didn't say I shot her in the kneecaps. I said I cut her off at the kneecaps. But I recognize that what I said was low. but there's been some really low blows thrown about me, and people just conveniently don't see them or hear them because they're at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. No, Okalanthe, I haven't heard of that. Make a detailed community post, and we can have people who want to remain anonymous email us what they want to say, and we can read it for them. We could do that. I agree, Angel Eyes. I agree. It has gotten worse over time. And I even said yesterday, maybe it's because we're all cooped up in the house and we're all dealing with a very scary, thing going on outside of our four walls. Maybe it's putting people in positions that, or in a frame of mind that they wouldn't normally be in. But and Starlight said she felt like she was held to a different standard. Well, that's how I feel, Starlight. That's how I feel. Because I feel anytime I go live to defend myself or defend a friend, that I get bombarded with people. And I don't do that to you all. Yeah, I agree. I think Rona Brain is getting to everyone. We're all going into depression of some sort. Totally agree. All right, Remy, you have a great day. Guys, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate your support. I just um I just wanted to have my say that I'm not the only one that has gone at somebody's personal life. And because I went lower doesn't make me any worse than anybody else that's gone at somebody else's personal life. I've been told I've had my name tattooed or Brian's name tattooed on my vagina, but all of those kind of things get explained. That was old. That was old. Well, it's not old for me, especially when it continues. And no, I haven't heard her say that in a long time. So don't put words in my mouth. I'll check it out, Uncle Lancy. Thank you, Sarah. So everybody, try to have a good day, and just know that I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna say things that aren't, appropriate sometimes. But when I react, you can't get mad at me for the way I react. Not when I have people going at me for weeks. So I will go back and watch Diane's, or I'll have Pepper give me the results of the polls because I didn't get to see it. From what I saw at Diane's, no matter how much the panel tried to steer it away from me, there was someone in the chat that kept trying to bring it back to me. And yes, that was Nikki Lee. And I really don't know, Nikki Lee, what your problem is with me because I've never had a problem with you. And to be honest with you, I still don't. So, y'all have a great day, and I will see you soon. Look for a community post about the sub speak out. But you got to be willing to come up here, or you got to be willing to email and say what you really want to say. Mr. Cardinal, I apologize for speaking on your friends. Uh, yeah, it's just fun and games until it hurts. And believe it or not, I hurt sometimes too. Sometimes I hurt. So, I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me, and, I'll see you around the tubes.